Welcome back to Centennial Reflections. I'm Rich Carvell, host, and Beth Smith is sharing some of her memories of the Alumni Association, the time she was a student here. Beth, one of the traditional longtime publications of the Alumni Association is titled Affairs of State.
Yes.
I always thought when I would get that I was getting something from the State Department in Washington, D.C.
Yes.
What other publications have been developed?
You know, I do want to speak to Affairs of State first,
yeah.
because it has been a part of our history for a really long time. Our archives, we have previous copies of that. And what is the most favorite part of Affairs of State is the personals that we hold in the back.
Right.
And obviously when every alum gets that magazine and they looked for the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and now the 2000s to see what their friends are doing, it's clearly one of our most popular pieces.
Birth of children,
Births,
new jobs.
weddings, new jobs, we track all of that. And I think they read the football schedule or they read what the new academic calendar is, but what they care the most about are personals. In addition to Affairs of State, we have added a publication called Voices. We've had that publication for, this will be our 9th year. We started it when we went back to an active membership program for our alumni. It has been extremely well received. We publish it 3 times per year. We use Voices because we wanted that to be the voice of alumni back out to alumni. We feature a student in every publication, a faculty or staff member, and an alumnus, and then 2, 3, maybe 4 pieces about something that's happening on campus. It's a really high glossy kind of piece, and so we're very, very proud of getting an opportunity to tell all the great things that are happening on our campus. I think when we talk about distance and alumni and how we stay in touch, we need to push that message out, and Voices has enabled us to do that in a wonderful way. The other thing we've added that fits with our lifestyle now is an e-newsletter that goes out every Friday during the academic year and every other Friday in the summer. And that has also been an extremely popular piece for us because we make it very quick. It never fills up more than 1 page as you look at it on your computer monitor, so it makes it easy to read on your phone for those folks who are mobile and that's how they like to talk. But it's headlines about what's happening on campus, events, what we have going on, football schedules, basketball, just little tidbits of information followed by links that would have in-depth information for if you're interested. So I think the beauty of that publication is if you scan it and you're interested, more information is there. If you scan it and that's all you want to know, then you can move on to the next thing. So that's been a wonderful thing for us. We anticipate bringing either some version of Affairs of State and Voices online so that it is, again, easier for our alums to access.
I like the links because you can click and find out how to get tickets, how to do all of that, and sometimes even order right there.
Yes, correct.
That's good. That's good.
We're trying to do that.
What do you see as the milestones for the Alumni Association at Arkansas State? What 2 or 3 or 4 things?
I think when you look at our entire history, and we've talked a little bit about that today, clearly the very first thing is 1924 when those first classes had some vision about what alumni could mean to an institution. In our business, we say that alumni are the only permanent constituents. Faculty come and go, staff come and go, administrators come and go, but once you're a student and then you move over into the alumni realm, then that's a permanent relationship. So I think clearly the first is just the fact that they had vision for what that could mean for us. Our records are very sketchy from there through about the late 70s and early 80s when we got into a full-time situation. So for us right now, the second real milestone is when we hired a full-time alumni director in 1984. When you look at, this is 2009, and in only 1984 is when we really started to aggressively try to contact alumni and be in touch with them and make ourselves available to them. That's really not a very long time frame. After bringing on the full-time alumni director.
That was under President Gene Smith.
Under Dr. Gene Smith, that's correct.
Yeah.
And we spent a lot of time, the institution did, in collecting and trying to find our alumni close to us. So the database and that emphasis on full-time attention to a constituent group that was important to us. We moved then into outreach. Instead of waiting on them to call us, We reached out to them to say, how are we doing? What can we do for you? I think that's probably the third step. And then the fourth step is a building that we just opened November 1st on this campus, and that's the construction of the Cooper Alumni Center. For the first time, alumni have a home on campus. Previously, you could come to an alumni event and it could be in the Ring Center, it could be at the Holiday Inn, at the Elks Lodge, it could be anywhere in this city or on this campus. And now we have one consolidated place. And I've had alumni come to me driving from New York State down to Texas and have to find our office when it was located in the basement of the administration building. And that is not, yes, it's a very difficult thing to do. And so what we see for us as we use the Cooper Alumni Center and as alumni become accustomed to that as their home, is that that's their first place they'll touch base with us when they're coming through campus to say, who is the Dean of the College of Business? Is this faculty member still on campus? And we can continue to provide that conduit of information that's been really our bellwether, our focus of what we do. That is our mission statement, that we keep alumni connected to the institution. And so that just provides a fantastic opportunity for us to do that.
And that's certainly in a beautiful setting.
It is.
There by the campus lake and close to the athletic facilities. So you make connection with a lot of alums who come back to football games and basketball games and that sort of thing.
Correct.
It's in a good place.
Well, and I want to give credit to Dr. Smith too, because he designated that space as part of the campus master plan in 1992, which is when I started at ASU.
Beth, thank you very much.
Well, thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure to be here.
Centennial Reflections, as we look back at the history of Arkansas State University from its beginning in 1909 as an agricultural school to its present status as a multi-purpose institution. I'm Rich Carvell.